What's going on, guys? Orlando Usher here. Welcome back to the channel. Everything's looking good, as you can see. I got my heads. I went to the head shop, machine shop, today. Got my heads. I had five valves that were bad. As you can see, they look like they're back to pristine, brand new condition. I am very excited. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going back down a road that I've already been before, but you know, it's a part of the process, guys. I feel like I rushed last time. I was telling my best friend about it. And I did a video. If you go back on some of my videos on, I went and bought a thumper cam, and I'm thinking, okay, I got this thumper cam, it's gonna be hitting, but I would have had to change the roller rockers and all that stuff, and it didn't make any sense. So I had to go back and get the same cam that I had in it. I had the Summit cam in there, cam and lifters kit. I went and got that. But can you believe that, guys? Five valves that had to be replaced, he told me. And you know, I was surprised, I was shocked that it was that many of them. Because you know, I was thinking when I first did this that everything was what it needed to be. And where it needed to be. You know what I mean? I was thinking that I didn't have to come back down this road before or anymore, but I did. You know, just having to do it all over again. It's something else. See my dog, how she jumping on me? Alright, Sheba, I know you want to see everybody to see you. You want everybody to see you, don't you, huh? Yeah, you want everybody. But, you know, excuse the dog. But, yeah, guys, just trying to do the best we can with what we got. And, you know, and that's what I'm trying to do. I suggest you guys just take your time. I'm doing all I can to be patient and trust this process now. Because it's not easy. With work, with a family, with everything, it can get very, very difficult and tumultuous. But you know, it's just a part of the process of trying to do it all. And you know, I think I'm doing pretty good with it. You know, I'm excited this time around. Like I said, I feel like I've been on this road before already, but sometimes you can't rush anything, and I feel like this very first time with the parts and everything were rushed, and the person that I had doing it, they were rushing, and you want to make sure that the person that that had your car and that's doing the motor work and all that stuff like that, you want to make sure they have the time to do your engine and your restoration and all that good stuff. But that's just the part of the process. It's part of the process, part of the journey. Patience and doing everything and making sure you're going back and making sure everything is tight before you go to the next part. And I'm making sure my engine is where it needs to be this time. 5 valves though. That just stuck out to me when I picked it up today. He said, yeah, 5 valves that were bad. So that right there just showed me that it was way more to it than just the cam. And all that stuff works together. You know what I mean? And that was a guy who commented on the last video I put up, and he was just sending me good inspiration, good stuff about, you know, keep my head up and things like that. And I'm inspired. I'm gonna do all I can to, man, these bugs are terrible out here, guys. Excuse me. Uh, but I'm in hot Georgia. It's like 100 degrees. Like, I just want to come out and get some fresh air, but fresh air feels like hot air. So we're gonna go back inside because it's just, whew, it's not all that out here right now. Look like a storm on the way too. But yeah, it's it's definitely, excuse the camera movement, guys. Bear with me. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm doing all I can to make sure that I do it right this time. Um, and I don't do any half stepping on the engine before I get to the next component or the next part of it. Next part of it, I don't necessarily know yet. Maybe interior, maybe paint. But I'm gonna do one thing at a time. I got the heads. I got everything that goes back into the engine. And after I do that, make sure that I, make sure I drive it, break it in. Go outside, the allergies act up, everything. I'm giving you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm giving you guys insight on what I got going on, the movement of the camera. I'm giving you guys everything. Me dressed like this, about to go for my evening run. Hopefully, I can beat the rain. But if I don't, I'm trying to get back some of this weight off me, some of this quarantine weight off me. And in the midst of that, I'm going outside and allergies act up. Even though you take my allergy medicine, it's still, start sneezing, eye watering and stuff like that. But it's just a part of the process, guys. What I'm trying to say, you just don't never know what kind of situation you might be dealt with. The machine shop guy said he had been trying to contact me. I didn't get any phone calls. I told him that. And when I first went, he seemed to be like a very snarky, very just like he didn't want to be bothered. And that's the thing, guys. Don't get intimidated by people's moods. And we can't be so quick to just rush to judgment. We don't know what people are going through, and this is all something new for everybody. The climate, the racism, the everything right now. Wearing the mask, mandating the mask, people getting too close to people. We went from being so comfortable, being so free, to having restrictions, and a lot of people are not adapting to that well. And that's new for everybody in this situation, including myself. I don't like it. My family don't like it. But whatever is going to keep us safe, I'm all for it until things get back to somewhat normal. Pray to God, get back to normal. That way we can have the car meets. We can have without masks. I see some people are still having car meets and they're still meeting up and things of that nature. But we could do things somewhat back to normal. And, after coming out of this, I know a lot of people are probably going to be really washing their hands a lot more than they've ever really washed them. But we hope and, things get back right. But like I said, guys, just continue on your journey. Continue to push forward. It's just going to just different places, going to the parts store to get your parts. And make sure you keep your receipts. You don't never know. So far, I've had to go back and exchange this part. I didn't need that part. Keep your receipts. And if you can, pay with cash. Because, if you need that money, sometimes it takes a couple of days for, the institute, your bank or whatever, to put the money back on your card. And, I'm not rich. Some of you guys are watching this, maybe. And, you don't. But this is for the people who are trying to make the best at what they have. They got families, they got wife, they got full-time jobs, and you're still trying to get a restoration off the ground. I'm doing all I can, like I said, using what I have to get my restoration where it needs to be so I can move on to other things. And because I have a lot of ideas for different projects. I have a friend of mine right now who has this truck that I want. I'm trying to have a collection of cars. That's always been a dream of mine. And my son is already crazy about cars now. You know, the little hot rods, and every time we go to a Walmart or any store, and I took him to Summit with me, and he's like, "Daddy, cars," you know what I mean? So I want to have something for him when he get older, as he's growing up right now. You know, so that's the kind of stuff that these cars, these older cars, do to us to bring us together. It's a piece of our history, it's a piece of our childhoods and things like that, that just keep that brings the child in us back out. And that's what I feel like helps us. It's therapeutic with the climate right now. You know what I'm saying? With the racism, with the protests, and not saying that all the protests and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like, you know, everybody should have rights. You know what I'm saying? But that's a topic for a different day. But sticking to the topic at hand. But guys, yeah, you know, the cars are Americana, the history. The car meets, people are still having those car meets like that with the mask. But like I said, we're trying to get back to a place where masks are not mandated. You know, back to somewhat normal. And that's the goal. I hope they can figure everything out. I hope everything is everything, and just wanted to get back to normal so we can go and show these cars off, and, you know, show our friends the progress that we've made with these cars. And, you know, it's attainable. It can happen. I've always been a person that thinks positive. I try to be, even though sometimes it don't go the way I think it's gonna go. Like, I'm in the situation I am now. I've already been down this road before. But you gotta laugh to keep from crying. And that's the truth. Laugh to keep from crying. Because if you start looking at everything wrong around you, you definitely are not gonna be in the mood to even think about a restoration. And that car or truck or whatever you have is only gonna sit back there another year, another 5 years, another 10 years. And, you know, we don't have that long to do things that we gonna do. There's a window. We have to make time for everything. You know what I'm saying? Make time for those things. And that's what I try to utilize my time the best I can. But now, every day, I'm getting calls from mechanic, I'm getting calls from machine shops. I'm making phone calls to part stores and make sure they have this part. I gotta get parts ordered. It gives you something to look forward to. Even if you don't want to vlog about it or make a YouTube channel about it, or you don't want to get on camera about it, just get your tablet, composition tablet, whatever, and document it. Or you can document it in your phone, on your progress, on what you got, how far you've come. It's attainable, guys. It can be done, and I'm doing it. And I'm excited. I'm proud of myself. Damn proud of myself. How far I'm already coming with the project. At least looking back on day one, it's just like, dang, here we go again. Let's jump back in it. But we had to grab the bull by the horns, and it's gonna buck, it's gonna spit, it's gonna do everything. Maybe even throw us off. But we can't let it get the best of us. We gotta go in it with a killer attitude, good attitude, regardless if your wife or your husband is, or the kids, or your job, or your friends. And that can be another thing too. It could be a substitute for all that. You need an outlet, and that's what this is. You know, your restoration, your car, your build, or whatever you're gonna call this, is your outlet to get away from the world, to get away from everything. Get you a beer, get you some music. You know, get online, or go out to that barn, or go out to the garage, fix your car. Fix your car, and that way you can take the family on. Wife can see what you've been up to. The kids can see what you've been up to. You know, never know. You might even have plans to pass the car down to somebody. But yeah, get on your restoration. Get on it, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the page. Leave your comments down below. And I'll definitely, you know, get back with you all. I appreciate the inspiration for Jorge. I think that's his name. He told me about some heads over there at Summit. And he even put the link down there. I appreciate it. But when I pulled the link up, some of the heads were like $800 to $1,000. I'm like, man, I don't have no grand right now for that. I'm already shelling out enough. But, you know, the price of my heads to get reworked and all that stuff was the price of one head. But, yeah. Let's make sure you guys do the best you can with what you got. Stay tuned. Got more content coming. Orlando Usher checking in with y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. Appreciate being on the journey with me. Y'all have a blessed day.